Hi guys, what's up? Welcome back to the Excuse Podcast, and I'm your host Kevin. Today is Sunday, April 23rd, 2023, and let's go over everything that happened yesterday at the Gallup Flea Market. So this is episode 12 of my Excuse Podcast. Okay, and I'll just call this the Native Boba Tea series since that's the portion that we're on right now. So yesterday was freaking awesome and phenomenal. I did better sales yesterday than I did the first opening weekend at the Gallup Flea Market. And that could not have been possible without any of your support. So I just wanted to give a big thank you to everyone who showed up. And in particular, I did release a TikTok video on Monday last week that went viral. And I am super, super happy to have that have gone viral. But I'm even more proud to have had some of the TikTok followers show up specifically for the Native Boba Tea sale yesterday. So I have a few names. It was busy. I'm not gonna lie. It was busy. So by the time I started figuring out, and my sister started figuring out, we need to record, who was mentioning TikTok. I might have left one person out. So I do apologize, and I'm so sorry if you showed up and you said that you came because of the TikTok video. Please leave your name in the comments on the TikTok video, and I'll thank you personally. But I just wanted to say thank you so much to B and Eric. Thank you so much. I have a little list here of names that we were able to get for those of us who, for those followers who did share their name. So thank you so much, B and Eric. Thank you so much, Clay. Thank you, Selena and Anthony. And these are people from TikTok, okay, guys, just so we're clear. And thank you so much to Andrea. And I believe it was your boyfriend. There is a gentleman with you, but you guys make a super cute couple if you guys are together. But thank you so much, Andrea from St. George. Y'all, Andrea came all the way from St. George, Utah. What is that, like an 8-hour drive? I don't even know. Far, it's far. And she came out just because she saw us on TikTok and she wanted to come support us at the Gallup Flea Market. And my only regret is that I didn't take any photos with anyone. I was flying through the drinks, but whenever someone, said that they came all the way from, from TikTok, from anywhere, far, and they wanted to say hi, like I would pop my head out and say hi, but I didn't think to, grab my camera, one, because I'm wearing servicing gloves. So it would have been a little bit strange to serve drinks and use my phone at the same time. I'm just kind of comes to hygiene, just my mindset's on the customer. So I definitely don't mind if you guys want to take a photo or a picture. Don't be afraid to ask. I'm super down. My friends know that, it doesn't bother me. So I know that my new viewers, listeners, followers, customers, they might not know that, but I'm just putting it out there. I don't mind. So if I don't have a phone in hand and you want to take a picture or do a shout out or just do anything as far as, capturing that moment, I definitely don't mind. Don't be afraid to ask. But that was my only regret, is I didn't have my phone to be like, can I get a photo with you or any of that stuff. So I just wanted to get on here and say thank you so much. I appreciate you spending your time, money, and energy to come out and see us. I am so happy and I'm so proud and so thankful of the followers, subscribers, viewers, listeners, customers that I have. Because of you, you're all able to make this possible for me. So this is just the way I look at it. I look at the Native Boba Tea as something for the community. That's why I'm very, very, very strong on engagement. So that's why I don't mind at all. But anyway, so thank you guys so much. I appreciate it. I'll do a TikTok special for you. So that way, I know that when you come in from TikTok, that I know where you're coming from. But yeah, so yesterday was freaking awesome. Y'all, I got a later start. I'm going to be honest. I got a later start than I was the first time when I set up. And I feel so bad about that. But the first time I set up, I took everything under the sun. I just wanted to be over prepared in case I needed anything. I took everything that I could think of, and it was just so much stuff. So on my critique of myself last week, when I got back and I was like, okay, I'm going to set out everything that I need and only take the necessities because I overpacked. That helped a lot this week, but some of the items from the first weekend, I'm still feeling the repercussions of that because there were certain items I couldn't find in my house, in my garage, that I needed in order to run successfully. So part of that equation on not packing properly the first time was the bubble waffle machine. So I showed up with the bubble waffle machine, but I didn't have the handles or the screws to get the flipping plates of the grilling iron going, and I couldn't have someone use like a pot holder or anything like that for it because it's hot waffle iron. So I just took it out of the equation. That was going to be a bad thing right off the bat if I tried to even do anything remotely crazy like that. So I was just like, nope, we're just not going to do the bubble waffle iron machine at this point. It can't be helped. We'll run with drinks only. And the thing about the bubble waffles is I love them. They're super delicious. But a lot of people, since they don't know what it is, unless you've tasted it before or you order it and you taste it the first time, you're going to fall in love with it. It's so good. It's such a rewarding treat and snack, especially on a hot day. But it looks a little different. But that's the beauty of it. That's what I like about it, is that it's different, but it's so good and so inviting. The smell, when you can smell the waffles grilling on the grill, it's like the best smell ever. So kudos to you for those of you that still showed up, even though unfortunately I didn't have the bubble waffle machine going. The next time I show up, I'm going to be able to locate the handles somewhere in my house and then bring those along with me and make sure I have everything I need. I did have everything I needed this time, and I packed a little lighter, but I switched out different items that I knew were going to be needed more than the last weekend. So for example, when I did the strawberry and mango delicious last time, I went ahead and only sold a small amount of those because the process on making everything from scratch was really starting to hinder the performance of sales right in the beginning for the first hour. So this time I went ahead and made sure I had everything ready to go, so that way when the customer ordered it, it was only going to be a couple of minutes by the time I was finished. So streamlining my process was really part of the equation. So switching different things out that I didn't necessarily need last time to things that I'm going to emphasize this past time, like the mango delicious, the strawberry delicious, the taro boba, really putting an emphasis on those heavyweight items where they pack a lot of sales punch and where people appreciate those intensely, because I've noticed that because it's starting to be summertime, they're on it. They can't wait. They can't wait for the fruit. They can't wait for the strawberry, the mango. They can't wait for these fun, vibrant flavors. And they're coming out of the winter area, so everyone's packing that fruit craving is what it is. So I really wanted to make sure I honed in on that and I was paying attention. So I went ahead and made 2 batches each of the mango, the strawberry, and the taro, and all of those completely sold out, which is great. So it was awesome. Yeah, so we had awesome people stop in from TikTok, and I was super, super happy about that and so glad. When I'm behind, of course, the drink station making all the drinks, it's a little bit hard for me to see everybody on the outside and say hi, if you don't come and mention your name. So I do apologize if any of you were there from social media and you wanted to say hi. Just let my sisters know, or whoever's at the front know. Sometimes it's my niece. Sometimes I have different helpers, so just let them know. Hey, we saw Kevin on whatever social media. Can we say hi? Can we take a picture? They're more than happy to stop me from what I'm doing, because I'm running around like a little tornado in there as fast as I can, getting all the drinks. It's just my bartender training, so I know I keep saying that, but it's true. Working in high volume establishments, like once I get going, my mind is just boop, boop, boop on the drinks all the time. So I'm more than happy to stop for a couple of minutes and say hi. I did see my sister Candy. Thank you so much for stopping by to say hi. It was right at the beginning of opening. That was really cool. And the magical thing about it is that it just happened organically. She was walking in and she stopped to say hi to see what was going on, because we had the tent, the big viola purple pink tent. So when she noticed that it was me, and us, my sister, she was like, what is going on? This is awesome. So that was awesome seeing her. And then I also had my aunt stop by, Cora, and it was really, really, really cool to see her there too. And my only regret again is I didn't go over to say hi and actually like hug her. I said hi, but I had drinks in my hand, so like I was saying hi, trying to talk at the same time. But I definitely don't mind, and I should have gone over and gave her a hug. And there's certain people in my life, like my friends, like my friend Hanson. He knows that I have to go over and stop him and say hi, for me to, like, hey, what's up? Because sometimes, like, I'm so in the zone when I'm working that it's just I need that kind of break to be like, hey, stop, So I definitely don't mind saying hi. But yeah, it was so good to see Hanson there. Hanson, I'm gonna tell you guys something. Here's a secret. So Hanson gave me my first boba drink ever. He probably doesn't even know that. Yeah, so it was a few years back. I think it was at the mall, and he was having a boba drink, and I was like, just like, "Ooh, what is that?" And he was like, "Oh, it's tapioca." And I'm like, "Well, what's tapioca?" And so he's like, "Let's go have one." So we went and ordered one from one of the boba shops at the mall, and I drank, and I was like, "Oh my God, this is really good. This is delicious." And he was like, "Yeah, it's good. All right, let's keep shopping." So we kept shopping, but yeah, so that's who I had my first boba with. So that's just kind of a little fun fact for you guys. But yeah, I love boba. I love the jellies. I love the tapioca. I love the bursting boba or the nunus. All of it, I love it. I don't discriminate when it comes to those types of drinks, or it's just they're all really delicious. They're also different. The flavor profile and the uniqueness of each drink. It's like someone asking me what my favorite drink is. I'm like, I would love to tell you which one is my favorite, but it's gonna sound cheesy and super, general, but they're all my favorite. It just depends on my mood. It's like a song, like when you get those pop songs, those ballads, those sad songs, those raging songs, those dance songs, those club songs, those country songs, those hip hop songs, whatever song you're in the mood for, and you're just like, this packs a punch, and I love it. That's what, to me, the flavors of the bobas are. And I think that's why people appreciate music so much, is because whatever your mood you're in, your mood changes throughout the day, throughout the week, throughout the year, throughout life. Your flavor of each taste of music, it's there, and you got to have it at different times. That to me is like asking me what my favorite is. That I'm just like, well, if I'm really craving the fruit stuff, of course, the strawberry and the mango. If I'm really craving something like coffee-ish, maybe the iced mocha boba, maybe the native frappuccino, which I've yet to release. I haven't sold it yet because I've been pushing these other products, but I'm going to be changing the menu throughout the year. But it's like and then if you want something more milky and more traditional, it's like the Thai milk tea. Oh my God, the Thai milk tea, yeah, of course. And then something frozen and fun and delicious and sweet. It's like, okay, well, let me do the unicorn because that's fancy. And then let me do so, like, if I just got off a run and I need something to hydrate me, the hibiscus tea refresher or the prickly pear refresher. So that to me is like, if I'm sitting down, I'm listening to music, having a nice moment on my laptop, the green matcha Rocky Bell boba, I'm gonna get that and just sip on it. Like, these are different mood drinks that just put you in the mood, and everyone's really craving the summer stuff, the fun, fresh stuff to get them going, and that's what I noticed. So I put a lot of emphasis on the mango and the strawberry this past week. So that's why I'm like, when people ask me what's my favorite, I'm like, I would love to tell you what's my favorite, but what's your favorite? What do you like to gravitate toward? Because that'll help me kind of understand where your palate is at that moment. Because I mean, if you stuck to one type of drink your whole life, that's gonna be a little bit tough. But if you have like an expansion of like what you like, then it's easier to get the flavors going. I had a really cool girl, and I don't know her name, but she was a young girl, and she asked the front of the end of the house staff, my sister and her niece, can I get, what did she say? Can I get a Thai milk tea with some taro in it, a little bit of taro? And my sister's like, can we do that? I'm like, yeah, let's do it. So I did it, and it came out really pretty. It was purple at the bottom, and then it faded into a Thai milk tea at the top. And those are pretty prevalent in the big cities, or even from like, bigger boba chains. People can mix them and make them different colors, and there's nothing wrong with that. Your flavor is what you like, and that's the beauty of it. So that's what I'm just saying. It's like, whatever you like, just stick to it, and don't worry about like not honoring that because it has something for everybody. So, okay, so now that we got that done, so we got there. Okay, so my sister was there early, so I'm gonna say I got there at about 7:30. Yeah, 7:30, because she got there about 7:15. But she also had time for, to stop and a restroom break and take her time. She really got up and, you know, slayed being on time. Me, I woke up at 4:30 in the morning and got ready, but I was still running around the house trying to find miscellaneous items, and it's just there's a lot to keep track of. So I'll get better at it. Anyway, aside from that, I got there about 7:30. We rocked it and got set up an hour faster than the first week we were there. The first week took us about 2.5 hours. This time we started setting up about 7:40, about 7:40, 7:30. She started when I got there, and we got done by about 9:45. So we got done pretty quick. Um, by the time everything was done, set out, and ready to go, and the generator was like ready to be turned on, yeah, it was about 9:45. And the last time we started about, oh my God, I would probably say about 7 o'clock, 7:15, but like we didn't get done until right before 11. So there is a big difference, about an hour and 15 minutes, I would say. So we got done faster. And then it wasn't, for some reason, even though we did better in sales, it didn't seem as busy to me as last time. And I'll tell you why. It's because last time I was making everything by hand, like a bartender. But this time, because I knew that people were going to come in a big rush and order a lot of the gravitating summertime drinks, I re-strategized, and that alone was worth its weight in gold, and it streamlined everything down. And so when the rush came, it was so easy, and it felt like I did less work up front than I did the last weekend. It was just one of those things. So plan ahead. If you're ever doing anything, like I was saying, studying a project, anything, just plan ahead. And then shout out to my sister Kara Wilson also for coming down from the Four Corners. She moved back last year, from Rhode Island. So she's been living on the East Coast for the last, oh my God, 15 years, 20 years, somewhere around there. She moved back to the reservation with her family, and she came down, and she was having some car issues, and she didn't know if she was going to make it. So things were a little bit up in the air. But she made it anyway, despite the car trouble, and she showed up and was ready to work the bubble waffle machine. I was really impressed, and I'm like, oh my God, you made it, wow. And she called me and told me she couldn't make it, but I was like, that's okay, life happens, things happen, stuff happens. We're quite a ways from where you live. I'm quite a ways from where I live. So if anything happens as far as car issues with anybody, like I'm super sensitive, and it's genuine when I say, it's okay, you don't have to show up, because I know how far it is. But she showed up anyway, so thank you so much for showing up and really working with us, because it was her first time there. And a lot of the times when people are new, it's like you're really trying to orient yourselves, and that's how I was the first time, and that's how I still am, because I am trying to make everything go as normal as possible, as fast as possible. But things happen that can't be helped. Oh, we did not get hit by any, I almost said tornadoes, oh my God, knock on wood. We did not get hit by any twisters or dust devils this time, thank God. It was a little gusty, but the canopy was held in place. Thank you for the overwhelming support on social media. I know I said it before on my post, but it's really genuine. So even if you're too far away to come over and support the business, or if you're, you don't have, the means, the funds to, show up and drive up and purchase a beverage, even by just doing a quick share or a shout out or anything like that, like it's so much appreciated, and that's still a sign of support. So I do appreciate it. But yeah, this week I'm gonna reset. I'm gonna take this coming weekend off. One, because I know my helpers need it. I know that it's a lot to go out, even if it's just for one day. It's a long day. It's a big day. I'm proud at the end of each day, and, I'm thankful for it, but it's a lot of work. So just giving somebody the time to reset and rest is really where we all need that reset button sometimes, just to kind of, ease into our weekend. I love a lazy weekend. I don't know about you guys, but I love lazy weekend where I can wake up late, where I can get something to eat, where I can lounge around, or I can watch TV, take a nap, take a long shower, take a run, get on the treadmill, work out, have something to eat, watch TV in the evening, and just go back to sleep. That's like the perfect day for me, is to be lazy. That's my lazy perfect day, is just doing everything that I want to do when I want, not because I have to do it because of this time or this time or this time. I'm really good at being, having things happen in succession, but I also love just pressing the pause button and sleeping in and resetting. That on a summer day is priceless, because I don't know, it just is. I don't know, in winter, like I expect to be in hibernation mode and just being lazy, but during the summer when it's like go, 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 it's like it makes it that much more sweeter when you get to do that when you're busy all the time. I guess that's the point I'm trying to make. I did have some people ask if I'm going to be around different areas of the reservation, and I want to say yes. I'm going to think of different times that I'm going to be able to make certain locations, but I do have my eye on Tuba City, I do have my eye on Winter Rock, and I do have my eye on Shiprock. So um, don't worry if you're in one of those areas and you feel like you're never ever going to be able to make it. I want to show up for you guys in those communities, and be able to really be there, so that way you guys can have a taste of native boba tea and have something like this business in your community. Come to your community, because a lot of the times when things are, I'm just going to put it out there, a lot of times when things are corporate, there's a lot of corporate representation rather than the local representation, if that makes any sense. So I want this to reflect you guys and be there. I want this to be there for you guys. I want you guys to be able to see yourselves in it. I want you guys to be able to have something delicious in your neighborhood and in your community, outside of what you see from corporate America. That's why I'm super into being a part of the community, because I just want to spoil you guys. That's it. That's my goal. And so far, I'm doing a really good job of it, because I've been really thinking and creating and making content, so that way I can be a part of the community and be a part of your lives, and you guys can have something in your community like this. So that's just what I want to say on that part. But yeah, it looks like it's going to be an awesome summer, super awesome summer. If you guys are ever in a situation where you feel down for any reason, just know that whatever you put your heart into, you deserve that back. So I just want to say that, because sometimes I know we can get lost in our current situation, or, we can get lost in feeding somebody else's narrative, even unconsciously. And if you're pouring your heart into something or somebody that's just not giving it back, and it's doing detrimental damage, and it's not helping either of you, or it's, even if it's your job or your partner or anything like that, I just want you guys to know that only you have the power to change your mood. So if it's just taking away from what you deserve and what you're not getting back, then it's just time to just really stop and think, is this the right thing for me? Because I know a lot of the times we can get stuck in the same routine for the sake of being in that routine. I used to be in a certain job where it was super hard and difficult to come to work all the time, but I needed a job. I needed the money. I needed to pay bills. I needed to pay my phone. I needed to get groceries. I needed to feed my dogs, my cat. But at a certain point, it was just exhausting to go to work, and it was becoming impossible. It was either I figure something out, or I'm going to quit my job. And those are really hard cards to deal with. And your back being against the wall and having one card left to play is never a good feeling. So if you need to change things up, or you need to stop and reevaluate your thinking or your life or what you're doing, your habits, it's okay to do that. I just want you guys to know that. And really, this project in my life was really something that I needed to pour my energy into because I felt like I had no other outlet. So I just wanted to say thank you guys as well for listening and being a part of that. Because I'm still trying to understand how to navigate life as well. I don't think there's anybody out there that's a life guru that really can give you all the answers that you're wanting and needing. Only you can give that to yourself. So just believe in yourself, believe in change, believe that change comes with new opportunities and new positivity and all the love in the world, and that you're worth it. Don't stay in a situation for the sake of being in a situation just because it feels comfortable, because you know where that path leads and your fate is sealed at that point because it's just not going or giving you anything. No, it's okay to really stop and think, is this right for me? So, and that's really just kind of the other thing that's been on my mind lately. But there was one thing that one of my teachers used to say to me in Navajo, and that was like, it kind of stuck with me throughout all the years. And it was a little bit cheesy when I first thought of it because I was younger and a lot more naive than I am now. But it's something that really kind of is starting to make more sense the more years I live, and the more I grow and the more I work on myself. And that was a saying, ego yad ego janatle. And it's just like, only by your own doing can you make something of yourself. Can you make this walk in life, this walk become beautiful, become hojo. This is only with your own power can you be able to make something of yourself. And however you see yourself, whatever your goal is, you don't need to be, the top of the class, working 1,000 jobs or doing all these things. If it doesn't make you happy, do what makes you happy. That's the most important thing. That's my advice from experience. My happiness means the most to me, and that's what I need to protect. So me doing whatever makes me happy is just going to increase my self-value, my own self-worth, my mind tenfold. It's hard to do that when I'm living by somebody else's terms. So if I'm always like believing and spending my energy into something where it's really just not making sense, then I need to really figure it out. That's why a lot of people have like life changes, like job changes. If something doesn't make you happy doing one thing, it's okay to stop and reevaluate, even if it's the complete opposite, do something else. I've known plenty of people who've gone to college who had all these majors, and then they stop and they're like, this isn't all what it's cracked up to be. I didn't think I wanted this. I thought I did, but right now I don't think I do. So then they go off and they go work somewhere else, in an art gallery, in a grocery store, doing something completely different where it satisfies them. Wherever they want to become, themselves and become who they are, and really lean into that. I wholeheartedly support you, because our own happiness is what makes us unique as well. So just follow that. We'll see you guys May 6th, 2023 at the Gallup Flea Market. I'm going to take this coming weekend off and re-strategize and do some product inventory ordering and get things reset again. Come on by, say hi, and don't be shy. I don't know why that rhymes so much. My best friend gets so freaking annoyed whenever I start rhyming. I do it on purpose to make her mad and make her laugh at the same time. But for some reason, sometimes when I'm not even thinking about it subconsciously, it just comes out. Anyway, have a good weekend, and we'll talk to you guys next week, okay? Bye, guys.